Hello, guys. Hello. We are going to be doing a live today, a really serious topic, and it's on mental health, guys. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today: mental health, the awareness of mental health. Who struggles with mental health? Does it look like mental health to you? Can you tell if someone has mental health or not? Okay, and then I'm going to give you guys a little story of my sort of kind of mental health that I'm going through, kind of. Everyone will be going through, is going through some type of sort of mental health. Everyone's mental health is not the same mental health, okay? So, just gonna wait for some people to come in, I guess. So with mental health, I don't know, some days you just feel sluggish. Some days you feel like you don't want to get out of bed. Some days you don't want to go to work. Some days you just feel down and depressed. And you just feel down and depressed about a lot of things. And I really only feel down and depressed about really one topic that's been going on in my life, and that is the killing of my son. My son was killed by a police officer in Pleasantville, New Jersey. And this is going to be my first time talking about this topic out in the open. My son his name was Richard Rowe. He was a 20-year-old. He was murdered by a correctional officer in Pleasantville, New Jersey. And that day was the worst day of my life. It happened 2011, and I know people are wondering, well, it happened 2011, why are you waiting until now to speak about it? Well, 2011, people really didn't, it was what it was, you know what I mean? People really didn't care about all this Black Lives Matters. People didn't, to me, people really didn't care about people in general. And to me, my son was murdered, and I have gotten no answers, not one single answer. The only answer that I got was that my son's case was closed a year later. So during that whole year, the year that my son passed, I called every day, called down to Pleasantville Police Department. I called the prosecutor's office. I called everywhere I could call to get information on my son's case. No one could give me answers. When I called the prosecutor's office in 2011, it used to be this lady there. I don't know if she's still there. She might be. She had a really nasty attitude, like I was the victim. Like I was the criminal in this whole situation. Like they didn't want me calling at all. And you know what the prosecutor said to me and my son's father? My son's father and I? We're sorry for the the young mother and father that lost their son's life, but we have to get our correctional officer back to work. That's all he said. He never even came to us to say anything. And the only reason why I found that out is because I was turning on the TV one day, and just happened to see the news, and I happened to look over, and I just heard him saying what he was saying. And every day from then, I kept calling. Nobody would give me answers about anything. I even told them that I was going to get a lawyer one day. Oh, there's no reason to get a lawyer. That's what they told me. No reason to get a lawyer. And they are right, because it's so hard to get a lawyer here in New Jersey, or anyone that will actually listen to my case. Okay? So this is where the mental health comes in, and this is why I started gardening, because of this situation. So it can take my mind off a lot of things and pressure off my brain, because my brain would hurt sometimes. My head would hurt sometimes so much. All I could do is just lay down. Okay? I want to know why I didn't get any answers. Why are they trying to brush this under the rug? I've called several people to, try to take my case, and no one has taken my case. No one wants to take my case. Everyone's scared to take my case because there's cops involved. And I feel like cops shouldn't there shouldn't be a way out for cops to always say, I feel for my life. First of all, you never had any type of evidence that I've seen that you say he was trying to rob you. And I'm putting it out there. I mean, it is what this is my story. You said he tried to rob you for some earphones. Number one, I didn't see any earphones. I didn't see nowhere where there were earphones, as you say, because I had no evidence because you guys aren't trying to tell me anything. Okay? Second of all, you said he had a gun. Once again, no evidence, but you killed my son. I know this is a really hard topic. This is the only, this is the only way I can get my mental straight a little bit because I have to talk about it. Because the more and more I keep going on in my daily life about this, it just makes me struggle more and more. And people don't want to hear about death, especially when it comes to cops killing people. I mean, they just want to brush it under the rug and hope that you forget about it. But me as a person, I can't forget about it because it's my child. That was my child. They just want you to forget about it. Okay? They want you to forget about it. Now, I'm trying to figure out how did my son's case go from Pleasantville, New Jersey to Atlantic City, New Jersey. And then they gave me, I forget the person's name that gave me to talk to. He still had no knowledge of what was going on. This is what I'm saying. Why are you guys trying to brush my son's case under the rug and hope I forgot about it? But then a few years back, you're going to come to me about a case that you wanted me to help you solve. How do you do that? How do you ask somebody that you killed their son and then ask them to be involved in a case? Like, it's okay. Like, I'm going to help you solve your case, but you can't help me solve my case. You can't tell me nothing about my case. The first thing you can say is, oh yeah, we'll look into that. Yeah, we'll look into that. But don't worry about that right now. Let's talk about the case we're talking about. No, you're not going to do that to me. Because, see, just like I said, I'm going to say it again. The prosecutor said to myself and my son's father, we're sorry for your loss, but we have to get our worker back to work. And that's how I felt. And that's exactly what I called the prosecutor for. I told him the same thing. The same way you told me a few years ago about my child, that's the way I feel about your case. And besides the case they wanted me to go and witness testify for, I didn't know nothing about that. I knew nothing about that case. But you just wanted me to be thrown in there so I can get murdered or whatever like that. That's not fair. Y'all know how these streets are in Atlantic City. Y'all know how they are. Y'all know how these streets are. But everybody wants to play dumb. Everybody, okay, you're not important. You're just a little menial thing. So it doesn't matter to us how you feel about your child. But if it was their child, oh my goodness, all hell would have broke loose. But because it was my child, and I don't mean anything to anybody in Atlantic City, we're going to just hurry up, let this slide by, push it under the rug, and hopefully she forgets about it. How am I supposed to forget about my child that passed away and that was murdered? I can't forget about that. I would never forget about that. I want to leave Atlantic City so bad. I can't. Because this is still holding my mental. Like, I cannot go nowhere until I feel like I got justification for my son. I'm not one of them parents to say, oh, not my child. No, I'm not that one. If anybody knew me and know how I am, they would know. No, she's not the one. No, I'm not that one. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I say, it's just really, really hard, It was really hard for me to deal with that. And no one has ever took my case. But they feel like, he's a black young man. He's 20 years old. Okay, nobody will ever miss him in life, It's been since 2011. And I've been looking for lawyers. Nobody wants to take my case. Because it's a cop case, Because a correctional officer killed my child. So nobody wants to take my case. Yes. This is why I've been holding on and grieving so long. And I'm about to cry, and I don't mean to cry, but I have to get my story out because my head is just hurting so bad for my child. Nobody understands the pain that I'm in. I might look like I'm fine all the time and happy all the time because I have to be for people, because I'm getting tired of people asking me, am I all right? I'm not all right. At the end of the night, when you guys go home and finish partying and all that stuff, I'm home by myself. I mean, my family's here, but once everyone goes to sleep, I'm still up. I can't go to sleep because my brain is making me wonder, well, what if I was there? Or what if, just the what ifs, you know what I mean? So, that just makes it really hard, and I really truly want to leave Atlantic City so bad, but I can't leave Atlantic City until I get answers for my son's murder about these police. It doesn't happen often. I can admit that it does not happen often in Atlantic City, but it does happen. And I don't know if they feel like because I'm not that important to them or I don't hang with their crowd, it's okay. Let's just slide this under the rug, and it's not fair to me. People talk so much and really don't know all the answers, all because they read stuff or they might hear something. They talk so much, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. I needed to get this out because I'm telling you, it's been messing with my mental so much. That's how I've been gardening. I've been gardening. Gardening keeps my mind off of stuff. It keeps my mind focused on the task at hand. That's why I work, to keep my mind focused on the task at hand. I know this is really not about gardening, but it's mental. And gardening and mental health together works perfect for me. Because I just can't work and then just come home. I need something to do. I need to keep my mind occupied at all times. Everyone goes through mentally challenging. Yes, I am so trying to. Yes, it's very therapeutic. I even tried to go to therapy at one time. And the therapist said to me, it doesn't matter how your child died. It matters because he died. You're right. It matters because he died, but also it does matter how he died to me. To me, it matters how he died. And all I'm doing is looking for someone that's willing to take my case. Look at my case, because there's more to what you're telling me. You're not saying to me at all. There's so much more that you're not saying to me. I wasn't invited to any of the hearings, nothing. I was invited to, I don't even know if there was any hearings or anything. There was a young guy with him, so they pinned everything on him. And I think that's unfair too. Thank you, Hasha. Thank you very much. Thank you. And when you have someone that passed away, sometimes you might be prepared, but you never prepared for a child to pass away. You're never prepared for a child to pass away. Especially when the man at mine did, and I have no answers. No answers, because people are afraid. This is the stuff people don't tell you. It's stuff people don't tell you. They're screaming everybody else's name because nobody's screaming my child's name, so nobody knows my child. They only know my child here, not, around the world. It's just terrible. I have 2 other children. My son was 20 when he passed away. My daughter's 23. And my son is 14. I have a younger son that's 14. So they keep me sane. And I don't know if they're going to watch this video or not, but I would love to thank my cousin Judy D. Berry. She don't know, but she really helped me out a lot by just calling me every day to make sure I was good. I want to thank my twin sister. She's always been the bomb, my best friend, my ride or die. I don't care. I could call her 2, 4 in the morning, and she's answering the phone. It's helping my mental. And also, I'd like to thank my sister-in-law, Kelly Isaac, because she made sure I was good. She made sure I was good. She was over here every day. And that's what you need. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And I want to thank 2 more people. I want to thank my uncle, Skipper, because he has been amazing. After my son died, he made sure after work, I don't care how tired he was, he would come and check on me. And then I have an amazing friend. He drives me nuts. John, you already know. He came over here from the break of dawn till whenever, okay? Whenever I told him it was time to go, he stood by side me, like, to make sure I didn't do anything, be down and depressed every day. He was here every single day. He might have drove me nuts some days, but I love John Don because he was here. He don't know that was like helping my mental and everything. You always need a good support system because there's always going to be family members and friends that really say, oh, okay, oh, you still talking about this? And people need to realize you can't stop someone from mourning the death of their child. And people want you to. People don't want to be around you anymore because they don't know how it feels. They don't know how to feel. It feels to walk in your shoes. They don't know how it feels. Unless they walk in your shoes, then they know how you feel and you get a little sympathy. Empathy. And when it first happened, I mean, it just rocked my whole world, guys. It rocked my whole world. He was a beautiful, beautiful. That void in my heart is like still there. And since 2011, I can't sleep right. I don't eat right. It's just terrible, guys. I'm 47. It looks like I'm older than 47 years old, guys, because of the stress and the mental on the brain. I mean, when it first, sometimes I feel like I can feel him or I can hear him. And that really, really starts getting my brain riled up. Like, I feel like I can hear him sometimes. Like, the kids are outside screaming, Mom, or something like that. And I think I'm hearing him. And I'll turn. Like, it's terrible. Sometimes it looks like I see him walking in the street. Like, that stuff never gets out of your mental, guys. It never gets out of your mental. I'm going to take a breather. No, nothing can replace a child. Nothing can replace any human being. And for the fact that I don't want to die and not know what really happened to my child. That's my whole thing right there. I want to find out what happened to my child, because what they're telling me about some headphone, I don't believe that. As much as everybody knows how I hear about my children, you tell me something, I'm going to ask my child in front of you, just to make sure we get them stories straight. Okay, I'm not the one to say, oh, not my child. But this right here, it just gnawing me and gnawing me and gnawing me in my heart and in my brain, telling me something's not right. Telling me something's not right. When I went to go visit my son in the morgue, he looked like he was, although he was deceased, passed away, he looked like he was crying. He looked like he had tears coming. Even on the day of his funeral, I went to hug him. It still looked like he had tears coming down. Like, Mom, this is not right, Mom. And all I need is somebody to see this video and say they will help me with my case with my son. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I thought I was gonna be able to do this video this live long, but I can't. Because every time I start talking about it, I just cry a lot. And I know that's good. I know that's good for mental health. And I know that's good to talk for mental health. But when it feels like there's no one in your corner, what can you do? When it feels like no one's in your corner, no one wants to listen to you, what can you do? I even told somebody that, had somebody tell me that I was bitter. He didn't even know what the situation was. I had to ask him, what do you mean I'm bitter? I love you too, thank you. And he had it back in your garden. Told me I was bitter. I said, why am I bitter? He didn't even know what I was bitter for. And so I explained to him, then all of a sudden, he gives me this half apology, like, it's just a mess. So this is why I garden, to keep my mind insane, keep my mind sane and focused. While I'm sowing seeds, when I'm doing anything in the greenhouse, outside, it just keeps my mind just focused and planted on that particular thing right there. Because I do find myself sometimes at work thinking about my son too. But when I'm gardening, It just takes me to a whole a new level, a new level. So I'm just here to say, if someone calls you at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4, or any time of the day, and they say they need to talk, don't tell them to call you right back. Listen to what they have to say. And they don't, sometimes, when, somebody's talking about their feelings, sometimes we want to put our input in, or give advice. No, most of the time we just want you to listen so we can feel a little better. So we know somebody's in our corner. Because we're going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I'm just praying that someone finds this video and they'd be willing to take my case pro bono for now, just to help me find out. Because closure, I will never get. You'll never get closure when you lose a person. Especially a person that was unexpected, guys. You never lose a person unexpected. You just... My son was gorgeous. He was beautiful. This was my son. This was my son. That was my son. That was my son. He had the most beautiful eyes. Oh my God, he was just beautiful. He was gorgeous. He was beautiful. He was beautiful. Oh, that almond skin, that red hair, and those beautiful hazel eyes. And I used to say to him all the time, we used to get in trouble. Yeah, he was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I used to say to him all the time, we used to get in trouble at home here. Close your eyeballs, because I gave you those eyes. I used to say that, don't bat those eyes at me, because I gave those eyes to you. Because the girls were in love with his eyes. They were just in love with him. And don't do it to me, because I'm your mama. My son used to love to sing. He used to love to rap. He used to love to dance. His favorite color was purple and teal. But it's gonna be alright. I'm gonna have to be alright regardless. I tell you guys, I'm happy all the time. I'm happy all the time. Because you don't want to hear nobody crying all day, every day over their child or anybody that passed away. So, I have to look happy for the camera and happy for everyone else. Purple, yeah, I love purple just because of my son. I love her healthy home. So, I love purple too. So, I'm not going to keep you guys long. But I had to get that out for mental health. Because it just been on my brain all day today. And I had to get it out and share it with you guys. We're talking about mental health, and I just gave a little story about my son passing away. Thank you, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I was just talking about my son and how he passed away, how a correctional officer killed him in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking like a big wuss up here crying and everything, right? But I'm just happy you guys came on at least to listen. This is all I needed. You need that sometimes. Thank you very much. You need somebody to listen. You don't want to keep telling the same story to the same person because they don't want to hear it. I'm just telling you the truth on how it's affected me. So when people say, girl, you look good, you look happy, you look... Okay, and that's what I say, because you don't know what I go through at night time when I'm sleeping in bed at night. You don't know what I go through. You don't know that I can't sleep. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this is why I just garden. Like I said, I just garden to keep my mind off of stuff, you know. Even if I had one subscriber, I'd be happy because I know I get to talk to one subscriber. It's all about that for me. If I get paid off of YouTube, I get paid off of YouTube, but it's more about my mental. I'm sorry. So I'm just asking if there's any lawyers out there would love to. I would love to hear from that would love to take my son's case. Because the winter time is coming now. Thank you very much for my. Yes, I need it, especially for my body and everything. Because sometimes when I'm telling you, your body aches to the point you don't want to get out of bed. Some days you feel like you're the bomb like you're good. It's gonna be a beautiful day. And there are beautiful days. Then there's those deep, dark days. There's those deep, dark days that you just don't want to. You don't want to go through. You don't want to be questioning God because you shouldn't be questioning God, but I did. And I didn't mean to, but I did because I'm human. I just wanted to know why. I questioned my son, the one that passed away. I questioned him up there. I'm angry. I threw things. I threw a lot of things, broke a lot of things. I was just frustrated. How the world could be so cruel to black people. You know, and then they could just, it's okay for them to say, I feel for my life. It's okay for them to say that and just walk around here freely. This guy now is like going to Hawaii with his child, having fun, going to the beach and all that. I can't do any of that anymore. I can't even tell my child I love him. I can't even get a hug from him. So although I may look happy on the outside, I'm hurting on the inside. Because I know no one's willing to help me with my case. And that's all I struggle with every day. All this Black Lives Movement going on. I called one company, I think they were based out of New York, an all-women's company. They told me, you know what they told me? They said to me, oh, well, the COVID, no courts are open. That's like what they told me. So that lets me know right there, nobody's willing to take my case. I guess I have to just live with it, Just let this guy murder my child and don't say anything. Hey, Beth, I'm sorry. So, you know, mental health is something powerful, guys. I don't have to look crazy. I don't have to act crazy to have mental health. And this is the things that people don't understand. You don't have to look crazy or act crazy to have a mental problem. Mental health ain't all about being crazy. And mental health, I have to say, is not a disease. It's not a disease. It's not a disease. So if you could reach out to somebody that you feel like, oh, let me just call this person today. You know how somebody just comes on your brain, or so let me call them, and you forget, and then later down when you heard this person's real sick or dies or something, like, you should call them. Just call them. If someone ever pops in your head, if someone pops in your head and you're thinking about today, call them just to say hi. I'm just calling. I'm not going to bug you. I'm just calling to see how you're doing. That's all, because you never know what someone is going through every day. Every day is a different day for each individual. You have some good days and you have some bad days. I have more bad days than good days now because of my son's murder. Good days and bad days. And all I really want is a lawyer that's going to be able to look into my case and say, here you go, sis. I'm here for you. We're going to do what we got to do. Look into your son's case. Just so either I know I'm wrong or right. Because y'all saying it was justified, but the cop left the scene. before anything else played out. So where did he go? If it was justified, why did he leave the scene? So many questions that I have, none has been answered. But your son's case was closed. That's it. My son's case was switched from Pleasantville, New Jersey to Atlantic City, New Jersey. Thank you. And no one seems to know why it was switched to Atlantic City when it happened in Pleasantville, and it's just too much. And how does a correctional officer get in contact with a child that's already been in the system? That's another thing too, because how did that correctional officer come into play with my son? You knew who my son was. He's supposed to have made a Craigslist listed posting about some earphones, Beats at the time. I guess they were $500 at the time, as they say. And he's supposed to have had robbed you. And I'm just saying that's what the case is about. I don't want anybody to say, oh, she said the case was about. No, I'm just being transparent. What these cops need to be doing. You know, you're saying that he tried to rob you for earphones. And he had a gun. Why, how I didn't see any evidence for any of that? How come I don't see nothing about nothing? No, they didn't give me any information about nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. I asked them how, why, no answers. But every time I would call about anything, it's like they were giving me attitude because I'm bothering them. But yet when the case happened a few years ago, back like 2-3 years ago, you wanted me to answer all your questions. Yes, I am. I am. I'm definitely going to be, I'm fighting every day. Every day. You know, like I said, people are going to come on here and ask, oh, why, take so long since 2011. Since 2011, I'm still mourning. You can't stop someone from mourning. I'm still mourning. Because all the questions that surround in my head and jump on my head. So this is why I have to stay busy all the time. I have to. Because I have 2 other kids and a grandchild out here. It happened in 2011. I still have not gotten any answers, not one type of answer. They lifted his body off of Pleasantville Street, took him to Atlantic City Hospital, which is the city over. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, when I get to the hospital, one thing, I don't know why people think black people are less intelligent. So, when I went to go pull my son's body bag back, no, I'm never going to stop. Never going to stop. When I went to go pull my son's sheet back, they told me don't do that. Let me tell you why. They told me don't pull it back because I might disturb the crime scene. Me being a nurse, I say to them, they might disturb the crime scene. Didn't you do that when you lifted him from Pleasantville to bring him over to another city? Then they said, oh, well, it might give you nightmares. Me being a nurse, excuse me, I made this body. I know what bullet holes look like and everything else. I want to see everything. This is what I'm telling you. When I told them that, everything got shut down all of a sudden. I can't take pictures now all of a sudden. They didn't want me taking pictures of my child. Oh, but I got 1 or 2 in anyway. But they didn't want me taking any pictures of my child. They didn't give me any information. If I called down there right now, they still wouldn't give me any information. Yes, they were wrong because I'm still trying to figure out if you were justified in shooting my child, why did you leave the scene before the rest of the cops got there? Why would you put, and then, at the time in 2011, they were saying that people were putting stuff on Craigslist to, I don't know, what is it called? Bring the people in so I don't know. But anyway, you saying my son was trying to rob you. I have no information of that. Then, I'm about to get graphic, guys. So if you don't want to hear the graphic part, you might as well go ahead and cut out. Because I'm going to give you some graphic details. And if you don't want to hear that, you might as well cut out. This is a disclaimer. Okay? Then I'm about to get a little graphic. You okay with that? Okay. Everybody okay with this part? But I'm about to say, I need to know to make sure before I start saying things, and then I'm getting all kinds of stuff from YouTube. Okay, so this is why it was explained to me. Well, not to me. Sorry. This is how it's explained to in the paper. Like I said, they never told me or my son, father, anything. Everything was in the paper for us to read. And I felt like if they were justified, they would have came to me in my face and said something. You guys would have came and said something to me in my face, and you never did. Still to this day. Okay. So, in the paper, it described how my son and his friend were so-called robbing these people. The correctional officer and his cousin. The correctional officer, they put a post in the Craigslist saying that they were selling beats for $500. I already know my son. We're not $500. Who's paying? I mean, come on. Anyway, that's neither here or there. So my son gets to the car. They said my son had the gun already out at the police officer. One guy was in the back of the police officer's car, and another in the police officer, the correction officer. He was in the front, and I guess his cousin was supposed to be in the back. Okay, y'all put a post in saying to meet them at a certain time. This is late at night too, guys. You have these people. You have my son and his friend meet y'all this late. You're a correctional officer. You should have been in trouble from the door. You got my son meeting you in a alley, in a dark alley. You already knew what you was about to do. You knew what you was about to do because you carried your gun with you. In this state of New Jersey, you're allowed to carry your gun off duty. But that's the thing. That's how they get in trouble so much. I mean, get away with so much stuff. They're allowing them to do too much. No one has ever asked me in the city hall, and I know a few people in city hall. No one has ever came to me and said, "We're sorry for your loss." No one out of that building, and I know a few people. I guess because I'm not in their crowd. I'm just a little meon or whatever they want to call it, so we'll just don't say nothing. It's better to say I'm sorry for your loss, and then that's it, and not say nothing at all. See what I'm saying? That's a thing too, so that's another mental thing too. You guys want us to vote for you, but you can't do something for the small person because you don't want to be involved. It's okay, but you want everybody to be involved with everything else. So, you're supposed to have shot my son in the face. Yes, it's the shooter's words against mine. Hello, hello. So, you supposed to, like I said, I'm about to go to gory detail about my son's death. So, if you don't want to hear that, you gotta click out, okay? That's a disclaimer. I'm saying it now, okay? So, my son gets shot in the face as soon as he gets to the car. My son runs. Now his back is turned towards the correctional officer. Tell me why the correctional officer shoots my son again. Then hunts my son down following him. After my son was shot in the back and in his face. You still following him, hunting him down, and then have the nerve to stand over my son when my son fell and shot him dead in his chest, in his heart. So that's why I say, even like right now, thinking about it just makes me mad and angry and just, oh, all that mental. Like, you did too much. Like, I'm thinking about way too much. Like, how did all this happen? Yes, that's a murder. You got my son in the face. He's running from you now. His back is towards you. How you still in danger? If you say he had a gun, he dropped it already, all this stuff. How you feel like your life is still in danger? Then you shoot him in his back, okay? He's still running for his life, but you're fearing for yours with the gun. Then he falls. What you do? You go stand over him. Because when my son, did they get the gun? No, I didn't see a gun. I didn't see no gun in the paper about nothing. That's what they saying. Like I said, they want everything about what they said. I didn't see a gun, earphones. Thank you. I didn't see a gun or earphones or any of that stuff. Okay? So that's why I say when people don't know, people got a lot to say. Okay? If I wouldn't have told you guys this story, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. Yes. My son gets shot in the face at the car. He starts running, boom, 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 away from the cop. So now he's running, his back turned from the cop, but the cop's still chasing him. Then my son falls. You stand over my child and shoot him directly in his chest. Because my son had my name across his chest, his heart. Thank you. My son had my name across his heart and exactly where you shot him at. And I get to the morgue and I'm looking at my child. Why does he have these big gashes in his head? It's because he fell. And when he fell, you, correctional officer Sean Scorinci, Pleasantville, the county building, you shot and killed my son. And I'm saying his name because his name was already publicized. Yes. So people wonder why I act the way I act sometimes and why, why I'm in the way I am. It's because of all of this. They don't have to feel what I feel. So like I said, you killed my son, you murdered my son. And I'm looking in this camera telling you, you murdered my son. Because this is going on Facebook, guys. After I get off of here, I'm going to put this on Facebook. So, I don't want to be here too long. I thank you very much, guys, for coming in, tuning in, and listening to my little rant, rave, mentalness. It helped me a lot just by talking to you guys. Because you see, now I'm stopped crying. I'm a little smiley now. So it just helps me to talk it out, guys. And you never know. Someone might see this video and want to help me out. Yes, I'm always going to stand for mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Joy. I'm always going to stand for mine. Always. I'm never going to give up on my child, guys. Never. So when you guys see me on doing videos and doing all kinds of stuff, I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I'm trying to be better than me. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to be better for me and my mental state. Okay? So my boyfriend, he has been my rock. My daughter, she already know. She know. She know. Yes, amen. And my younger son, they know they just, those are my healers. Those are my healers every day. Like my daughter told me, Mom, I can't stop. I can't be one day without you. She don't even live here. But she lives across the street, but she's here every day. And I love it to death. I love it to death. That's right, right. Grow, 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 and so, and grow, grow, grow. So, yeah, I don't want to keep you guys long. I just want to give a little tidbit about mental health and how it's affecting me personally. Okay, so I just want to say this to you guys: if you know someone's in need of something and you're not quite sure, call them. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Thank you. Call them. You don't have to know everything. Just call them and talk to them. See how their day was. Just to say, oh, I'm not bothering you. I'm just calling to see what's up with you. How you doing. You won't have to talk long. But that might make someone's day. You never know. A smile in the morning. A good morning to you in the morning. Thank you. Tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you. So you got to be prepared. You try to be prepared, for things that happen in life. And sometimes you can't be prepared. Thank you, Starduster. How are you? Thank you. Greetings. Greetings, greetings. So that's my little qualm, my mental state where I'm at. I'm trying to do the best I can. I go to work to the post office every day. When I come home, I'm in my garden or I might sit outside and just look at everything. That's why I said sometimes you got to just stop and smell the roses. Thank you, thank you. Just got to stop and smell the roses because you just never know from day to day. If you have a friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time and that person pops in your head, give that person a call. If you don't want to talk to that person, call that person, like physically, text them. You never know. Even, let me say, because thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Garden Command family. Thank you so much, community. Say, even at home, some people could be depressed and you're at home with them. And you never know what's going on in their mind unless you ask. Yes, the little things, yes, Stardust too, yes. The little things go a long way. And I appreciate it. I appreciate when you guys comment. It makes me feel a little better. It makes me know that, okay, girl, you got a community that likes you, really, really likes you, for you. They see that I'm worthy of you guys coming in and watching me. I'm not a fake person. And that's another thing. I don't like fake people. I could not stand that. That drives me nuts. Yes, so that's it. You gotta be prepared for what people are gonna say to you sometimes. And they don't mean to say these things, but because they haven't went through it, they don't know. You know what I mean? Some people don't say stuff, don't mean it because they don't know how to structure their brain around saying things when they say things to certain people. So, you guys, I don't want to keep you long. Like I said again, I just wanted to hear my story. Like I said, if there's any lawyers out here, and if you are a lawyer and willing to take my case, I will do some research on you first, because I don't want anybody to make my son's case like a mockery or anything. I did have Al Sharpton that wanted to speak to me, but we all know how that goes, so I didn't want that. And I did have Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wanted to speak to me. But at the time, my head was not right for any of that. Okay, it was not right for any of that, y'all. Seriously, it wasn't right. I know people gonna say, "Why didn't you take it?" It wasn't right. Okay, in order for me to start focusing on stuff, I have to get my mental straight first, just a little bit. So I'm happy to be in this community of gardening. It makes me feel that I can relax at ease. And when I'm with my children and my boyfriend, it makes me feel at ease. Gardening is a very good community to be in, and I thank you guys for inviting me, being genuine to your channels, and also to mine. Um, Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching the tears flow. But it's so much more to my son's case. But I really like to get a lot of information. So if you guys could please share this video. That's right. Press on. That's what I'm trying to do. Press on. I'm trying to press on, but I cannot press on unless I get some information. It's like I said, I want to move out of the city because it's just too much for me. It's just way too much for me. It's keeping my head at the space. Like, not, so, yeah, I got to press on. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So, like I said, any good lawyers that see this, please get in contact with me. My information is in the description box below. You guys, please share this video. Share this video. Please share the video, guys. And like I said, and we always say, let's grow together so we can eat together. And I want to thank you guys for coming in. Oh, thank you. I want to thank you guys for coming in, watching my schmeal on what's going on. And I want to thank YouTube for giving us these type of platforms, social media for giving these platforms so we can express ourselves. Because sometimes you can't speak to somebody face to face. You know what I mean? Because you might get a little angrier than you should. So it's better to do this. So if I get a little angrier than I should and I want to break my phone, boom, there you go. I didn't break anybody's face. So that is my little spiel on that and our mental health. So keep your mental as mentally, physically in shape as possible. I try to. I think I'm going to start exercising too to help with that also. Yeah. So I think I'm going to get a little exercise in, to help with, the mental also. Just to keep my mind off of things. So I'm going to have to learn what can I do at night to help me sleep, to go to sleep instead of sitting up thinking about all the what ifs and how did this happen and things like that. I don't want to be I don't do drugs, so I don't want to be taking no pills. I'm not into all that. I don't like them. Just don't like the way they feel. I don't even like the way NyQuil feels. Okay, the next day. Okay, feel like I'm high, drunk or something. So no, I don't do that stuff right there. So that's not for me. Root tea. Root tea. Where do you get that from? What kind of root tea is that? I mean, where do you get it from? Root tea. I know they say melatonin, but you know we already have a little melatonin already in our bodies. Calamine. Oh, okay. Calamine is good too. Okay, thank you. Herbal store. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Cause I'm gonna tell you guys, sometimes I can go to sleep like 3 o'clock in the morning and be up by 5. That's your journey. You in North Carolina, girl? My mama's in South Carolina, so you know what? Then I do have a lot of family that's in South Carolina. That's what we call it here in Jersey, South Carolina. I'm gonna come visit you. I'm gonna come visit you. I'll let you know when I'll be there, and I'll come visit you. You're in South Carolina? Oh, you said North Carolina. Okay. Oh, you're in South. What part of South Carolina are you from? My mom's in Columbus. I'm gonna have to come visit you next time I come visit my parents up there. Yeah. I wanted to move there, but I'm thinking now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet right now, because I have some things on the works for me that I'm trying to kick off. Wow, Starduster. I love to see our people rise. I love to see that our people do a lot, so much history in the world. You, hey, Stardust, maybe we'll just make a date. I'm going down there and mess with her. Gonna mess with her. Gonna mess with her for a spell down there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go mess with Best Yet in South Carolina. She's about to cook us some of that good Southern food. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I come down, I don't like pork. I'm allergic to pork, so I can't eat any pork. So it's not like I don't like it. It's just I'm allergic to it, so I can't eat it. But anything else, beef or chicken, fish, yeah, no pork. I'm allergic to pork. Chocolate, even though I am chocolate, but I'm allergic to chocolate. And pork, yeah, no pork. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Because, girl, best yet, you've been doing your thing, girl. I've been watching you. I've been watching you, girl. I've been definitely watching you. Are you gonna do chickens? Are you gonna put that on YouTube? Like, not the gory stuff, because I know people complain about that. I don't mind watching any of that. I want to see some. I want to see some. I just want to see what that. Yes, best yet, girl. You've been doing your thing, girl. And let me tell you right now, best yet, you need to have more subscribers than you have. And also, Indiana Backdoor Garden. Also, you guys need to have more subscribers on the tube. Yes, please let me check that out. Now, do you do like a lot of people I've seen the. And we are so proud of you, Stardusted, too. You're an amazing channel, though. You're an amazing channel. Stardusted, do you? Oh, you're welcome, best yet. Do you pluck your chickens or you put it in a spinner or something like that? This would be our first time. Oh, this is your first time? Oh, man. I would love to see that video. I love to see videos of people their first time trying something out. That's when you get the best reactions. Okay, so you gotta boil them and then pluck them. Do you use a plucker or do you pluck? Are you guys gonna pluck by hand? Oh, you like those? Yeah, I love those type of videos. That first reaction. Mm, I love it. I love it because you can tell when somebody's doing a video and they're like, "This is my first reaction," but you know what the product is. You know what it smells like. You know what it looks like or tastes like. You know it's not good. And the person said, "That's good," and then they put it away for the side. You never see them using it again. Oh, by hand. Oh boy, that has to be interesting. Very interesting. Let me tell you something though. I don't like cleaning chicken. I do not like cleaning chicken, guys. You're trying to do your best to get back to the basics. I understand that. Yeah, because the basics are the best things. That's what we learn from the best stuff. I don't like cleaning. Like when I get my stuff from the butcher's market, I don't like cleaning chicken. I don't like cleaning chicken. Mm-mm. I don't like it. But hey, we gotta eat. You gotta eat, so you gotta clean it. Not really trying to advertise for Pepsi unless they're gonna pay me. Or bugs. What? The bugs only eat the feather? I don't know. But I do want to see. This is helping me, guys. I'm laughing now, as you guys can see. I feel a little woosah. I can feel it. This is what I. This is all I wanted. Sister locks. These are not sister locks. They're close to sister locks. Oh, we hope you guys get a harvest too, abundant as a harvest. Our summers are almost over with, so we have almost a long summer type of situation here. Hello, Whitey Davy Gardening and Warm and Farm. We have like long summers here. Like today was like almost 80 degrees here in Atlantic City. Y'all know that's crazy, right? Yeah, almost 80 degrees. It was hot. That's why I said I can't cover my trees yet. I don't want them babies to sweat because they hot. And it's going to be too much. So today I did get one item in the mail today, guys. Yes, 80 degrees. And I'm not trying to cover my trees up. Like I said, though, only way I'm going to cover my trees, and I will have a video up of overwintering my vegetables out in the front, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. But when I start that, it's going to only be when it's cold during the day and cold at night. So the temperatures, to me, have to stay the same. Almost the same. Even though we know temperatures drop dramatically at night. But I'm just saying, it has to still be cold in the day. Wow, Phoenix, Arizona. Anastasia. Oh, boy. Are you a gardener? Are you probably from New Jersey? You sound like... Oops. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this... Are you probably from New Jersey? You sound like my family from New York. I'm originally from Queens. All right, Queens in the house. Now, listen, I want to know about this, too, because I always hear people talking about these boroughs. I know you guys have, like, cities and in cities and all that. How many boroughs or something like that is it? So I know there's Queens, there's Manhattan. I don't know a lot of them because I'm not from New York. But I know it was amazing growing up in New York. 5 boroughs. Thank you. Bronx. Parkchester. Is Parkchester a borough? Oh, you stay in the Bronx. All right. A lot of good actors and actresses and singers came out of the Bronx. With your fan for 6 months. So how did you like that there? And where are you located now? Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. Staten Island, there you go. Joe's Apartments, y'all. Joe's Apartment. Listen about Staten Island now. You're in Florida now, so how's that with that? Like, what do you guys get like that? One season in Florida? That's the only thing oh my God, I can't stand the heat too much. That's why I don't really travel to the south too much because it's so hot. It's so breathtaking. I just feel like I'm going to pass out at the time. But my mom always says, once you get used to it, you'll be used to it. But, you know, I'm a city gal. You're in the north. Oh, okay, so you get a couple. What you get, like 2 seasons there? Because I know we get 4 here. We get the... Well, don't come to Texas. Why? What's in Texas? Okay, Lovely Bird. I'm glad you popped in here, Lovely Bird. Lovely Bird. I'm not saying, wait a minute. Lovely lady. Are you from Houston? Because of that name, Lovely Lady. Is that a Houston, Texas city? Is that a city? Or a little town? Lovely Lady Gardening Projects and more? You got down to the 39s. Wow. 30s. I love me some cold. All for in Tennessee. Tennessee. Waco. You live in Waco. Oh, okay. It's a little town, but I've never been there. Oh, okay. What I'm talking about, lovely lady, right? Okay. You're in zone 8B. Go figure. Oh. So, what's a second chewing? I'm sorry. Second, well, how you pronounce that? Sac, Sax, Cat, Chinua. Sac, Cat, Chinua? Am I saying it right? But it's only summer and winter. Oh, wow. I like those seasons. I prefer spring and winter. I prefer spring and winter. Saskatchewan. Am I pronouncing that right? Oh, thank you. See, I don't even think I've even seen that before, but hey, there you go. Saskatchewan. Sis, Sass, Cat, Noah. Lovely lady. We want to know what state you're in. She says she's in Texas, I think. She's in Texas. She's in Texas. So, guys, you guys gonna keep me on here long, aren't you? Trying to keep my mental health good. How dare y'all? Houston, but I live in Waco for 12 years. Yes, it's Texas. Okay. Odell went over my head. That's all right. It's okay. But I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to make sure my mental's good. How dare y'all? But I love it. I love it, and I thank you guys very much. I do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm not going to keep you long because I know some of you guys want to post some videos up or just have something to do in general. So I'm not going to keep you guys long. Just remember, let's grow together so we can eat together. Okay, guys? And if there's a lawyer on here that's listening to me, please, please email me. My email's in the description below. And I will do some research on you. All right, guys? So please share this video. I need this video to go a little where it's going further. Okay, guys? Please, thank you very much. Good night. I don't want to edit. You don't want to edit? Why you don't want to edit? No, no, no. You better get to editing. You got to edit. Edit that video. You know, I do want us to look at into some herb classes. Some type of classes. Herbs and gardening classes. 1 2 months. Much love to you, darling. Thank you very much. I'm gonna check into that. I'm definitely gonna check into that. I don't think we have those here, but we could have them here. I just don't know about it. So, excuse me. I'll definitely check into that. Thank you, Starduster, for visiting and chatting with us. And your blessings, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Hit me up. I'm gonna let you guys know if I can find a lawyer or something like that. Definitely, guys, let you know what's going on with that and my mental health and state with that. Okay, guys. And I thank you guys very much for tuning in. Like I said, you guys are really still trying to keep me up on here. It just helped me ease my mind a little bit, and I need that because today my son was heavy, heavy, heavy on my brain, and I really needed to talk today. So I'm glad you guys came in to listen. All 6 of you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys go have a good night. Enjoy your families. Sorry, it's only 5 here. 5 o'clock. Wow. White David Gardner, thank you very much, darling. Stay safe, too. Thanks for tuning in. 5 o'clock. Wow, so it must be sunshine is still there, huh? All right, guys. I'm just going to get off this before anybody else says anything else. Because I want you to get to your families. Maybe to call someone, whoever you think. Yep. I want you to be able to call someone that you're thinking about right now. Tell them that you love them. Give them hugs. Give your kids hugs. You tell them that you love them every day. Good night, Anastasia. Thank you very much for tuning in. Could you please share the live, please? I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming in and commenting and your kind comments. All right, share the love with someone. Always ask them how they're doing. Even if you say good morning, it might not be a good morning for them right then and there, but if you say good morning, it might help their day. Smiling, laughing, and I always heard laughter is the best medicine. Keep someone laughing. You never know. I appreciate you guys. I do love you guys tremendously, but I'm going to get off this phone and let you guys get back to your daily lives. I appreciate you guys coming in. Good night.